Hey, 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 everybody. Good evening. We are here. This is FYI After Dark. I'm your host, Yolanda Hinton, here with Edward Everett, aka Mr. E. He's our co-host. Good evening, Mr. E.
And a pleasant good afternoon to you. And thank you all so much for tuning in to the most talked about radio show, After Dark, and FYI radio show that's heard all over the world. Uh, Thank you so much for tuning in.
Absolutely. We want to welcome our platform, Facebook Live, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. We're going to shout you out later on. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you share, but also subscribe to our channels and also follow us on social media. You know, you can go under FYI Radio Show, Yolanda Hinton's page, Edward Everett's page. You can go to Cristo Records One, Cristo Records One on YouTube. You can go to where else? We're everywhere, Mr. E. Twitter, LinkedIn, and you can find us. So we want to welcome you all. Thank you so much for joining us. We love being here. Mr. E is going to tell you how we come on our day show. That's FYI Radio Morning Show Live. He's going to give you the tea on that.
That's right. I want to let you know if you'd like to see us live on our FYI morning show, which we come on from 9:30 to 10 on WPCE 1400, WMVA 88.9, Peace 95.3, and also 1400 AM radio station, and also on the World Wide Web by going to www.christianbroadcastingcompany.com, click and listen live, or you can go to 1400 AM or 1350 AM, and guess what? You can hear us all over the world.
Absolutely. Now join us on 9:30s, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. But we're on social media longer during that time. So don't leave us once we're finished with our live radio show. This is live radio that we do Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, but we also do social media. So make sure you stay with us even when we are off of the airwaves. On Monday evenings, FYI After Dark, 6 p.m. Mondays evening, we love being with you all. Make sure you join us. Various topics, great guests, panel discussions, and we would love for you all to be a part of what we do here. I want to just welcome our sponsors. First of all, FYI is the sponsor of this show. And then also we want to welcome, we always got to talk about Beard Gods, www.beardgods.com. You all can go to BEARDGODZ.com. That's beardgods.com. Mr. Chris Hinton is the owner, the founder of Beard Gods. Go and check out the website. He has some great products for you all, for your beards, for your hair. He has shampoos, conditioners, balms, oils. He has picks. He has vitamins. He has hoodies. He has all kind of things that men would love. Well, ladies too, you all shampoo and keep your hair groomed and looking beautiful. You can use those things also for your hair, and you can definitely use the vitamins as well. That's www.beardgods, BEARDGODZ.com, beardgods.com. And Mr. Chris Hinton would appreciate it. Chris is also in real estate. You all check out his social media pages and also, of course, the website. And he would definitely appreciate it. Okay, but we want to welcome our newest sponsor, and that's BullVicAcademy.com. Please visit www.bullvicacademy.com. Go there and get my books. Bullying is right underneath your nose. The Diary of a Former Bully. The game app Bulvic, Bulvic, is there as well. But also information, our anti-bullying initiative, our anti-bullying information, and the new course is up there. It's coming soon. It's called The Bully Antidote, and it's right there for you all to see. Go visit us. Please support. The game is also available on Google Play, and that's for your Android. It is also on Apple.com for your iPad and iPhone. It's a great game. It is a game of adventure. You'll be able to fight monsters, beat the time on the clock, talk to students. It has an anti-bullying message in it, and it is definitely fun. It's not for the faint of heart. I'm telling you, it's a game that you really have to strategize and use your imagination. It has been designed by myself. I worked with a team for a whole year designing this wonderful, wonderful game. So we would love for you all to visit bulvicacademy.com. That's BULVIC academy.com. Check us out. We're going to be uploading more information, not too much information, but enough information to know what we do and our anti-bullying movement, our community against bullying, a call to action now. We partner with Christo Community Development Corporation, and we just make sure that we tell the community and teach the community and our children what bullying is and why people bully and how we can work together as a community to resolve and eradicate this thing. Our community against bullying, a call to action now. Please go to bulvicacademy.com and you will see what we do. That's BULVIC academy.com. We would love for you all to support. Also, the Royal Ladies Pie. This is for organizations. This is for special occasions. This is for all kind of things that you're doing, celebrations. You don't have to wait till Thanksgiving or Christmas to get a good pie. You can get it anytime. You can call 757-470-0224. You can also go to the Ladies Pie on Facebook. Drop me a note, inbox me, or inbox me at my personal page. And we will definitely appreciate you. So don't forget, Christo Records, which a new single is coming out, www.christo, Cristo records.com. That's going to be up and popping real soon. You know, we appreciate your support. You all that are buying the music, you all that are playing the music online. Thank you for the sales, even for the books. I want to just say thank you for those that are purchasing the books. It makes me so much. The books, actually, the bullying is right underneath your nose. It's in Audible. It's in Spanish, English, hard copy, ebook, soft copy. You can get that book. Go online, Bulvic Academy, or go wherever books are sold. You don't have to just go to Bulvic Academy, but we would love for you to do that. But you can go online to your stores, your Barnes and Nobles, your Amazons. You can get the books anywhere. And the newest one, The Diary of a Former Bully, we want you all to get that book. Thank you again for your support, for buying our product, for supporting us, and just, being a part of what we do. Also, Young Women Achieving Success. Now, we're not recruiting as of now, but you can inquire about information about Young Women Achieving Success program. We're on Facebook, Young Women Achieving Success. Go up there and get information about how your young lady can be a part of this program. If you want to get a brochure, if you want information on the program, just inbox me and let me know, or go on Facebook to Young Women Achieving Success and say, hey, give me information about my girls or my school. Would love to have the program. The newest course that will be coming real soon, we'll give you more information on that. But you all can actually go to Bulvick Academy and just inquire about information about what the new course is going to be all about. Mr. E, you have any announcements? Anything you would like
I'm
to
here.
share?
I just want everybody to join us on FYI Radio Show.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna have to drop down and reboot because my picture froze up on me.
Yes, we see you there. Look like you get ready to talk, but if you want to pop off and pop right on, we'll wait for you. In the meantime, I can continue to give more information about what we're doing. And I wanted to mention also, too, about being a sponsor. We welcome our sponsors, but you all can be a sponsor of FYI Radio Show. If you have a business, if you have an organization, if you're doing something special and you need that publicity, listen, we do live radio. Don't get it twisted now. We are not just a podcast. We're on live radio. We're on the internet all over the world as well. And we're on social media all over the world. So again, we're on Peace 95.3 FM, WGPL 1350 AM, WPCE 1400, WMVA 88.9 FM. Please check us out. We're on Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook Live, Instagram. And I tell you what, you can get the publicity that you need from our show. We have great numbers, and you all can advertise with FYI, and you can sponsor a segment. We have the segment Sports Talk. We also have our women's segment, What's in Your Closet, issues concerning women. We also have men issues. What's under the hat? You can feature that part of our show. We have political information, serving debt, tea, a time of giving. You can be a sponsor. Is that right, Mr. E? They can sponsor their businesses or organization or special occasion with FYI Radio Show.
That's right. If you'd like to sponsor FYI with your business, just give us a call at 757-714-7861, or you can inbox us at FYI Radio Show, Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton Facebook page, or you can email us at FYIRadioShowLive@gmail.com. Again, that's 757-714-7861, or email us at FYIRadioShowLive@gmail.com.
I want to welcome some friends. We have, of course, Pastor Ed is up there. Also, they love _prettyface dot. It look like Leisha. Hi, Leisha. Look at her. She's just as sweet. That's one of my beautiful girls. Leisha, so good to see you. If Faith and Mom is around, we're shouting them out, Destiny and Faith and Nakia and Diamond and everybody. We love you all. We love the Young Women Achieving Success. All you girls, we love you. Thank you all so much for joining us. Then we have Brianna. I think I know Brianna. Is that my friend Brianna _Izzo IZZO? We want to shout you out as well. Miss E, you have anybody on Facebook? I haven't looked yet.
You got Alpha 808. He's joined us also.
Okay, excellent.
That's on Instagram, along with none on Facebook as of yet, but we're still welcoming all our Facebook friends and family.
Yes, it's LinkedIn. We'll shout them out. Make sure you all on LinkedIn say something in the chat. Twitter, say something in the chat so we can shout you out. Facebook, I'm going to go to Facebook right now, Mr. E, and see who's on the line. You know, we really appreciate you all. We thank you so much for your support. Make sure you tell folk about the program. And if you want to sponsor, or if you want to be a special guest, we would love for you all to be a special guest. Some of you all have great topics that we can talk about, great suggestions for topics. Some of you all have folk that you're associated with that has something for the community. information for the community. We would love to have you on. We would love to have you join in on the topics that we bring to the table. Mr. E, we've been doing this for 8 years.
That's right.
And talking about going through all the topics that we could think of. We would love for folk to just give suggestions on some of the things that they think should be heard on FYI.
That's right, Miss Hinton. If you like to hear anything special on FYI that we can bring to the table, we'll be more than happy to take your information. We'll be more than happy to take your requests. You can also hear us on all social media platforms. You can also give us a call at 757-714-7861, or you can inbox us at Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton Facebook page, or FYI Facebook page, or email us at FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com. Or you can just tap in right now, comments right now, and let us know. I like to be a special guest. I like for FYI that's heard all over the globe. That's right. We're not just heard in the 757, or we just not a podcast. Let me let you know that now. We're not just a podcast. We are live radio. That's right. We are live radio on 4 different radio stations. That's right. WPCE 1400, WGPL 1350, WMVA 88.9, Peace 95.3 FM. That is heard all over the world, from Norfolk, Portland, Newport News, you name it, we're there. We're the only African-American radio station in the 757 that's owned and operated by African-Americans. There's no other radio station in the 757 but this radio station here. That's CBC, and we are part of the family of CBC on WPCE, WGPL. So if you like to be a special guest on FYI, if you like for FYI to sponsor with 8 years of being on radio, all you have to do is give us a call at 757-714-7861. If you got any topics that you would love for us to bring to the table, all you got to do is give us a call at 757-714-7861, or inbox us at FYI Radio Show. Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton Facebook page, FYI Facebook page, or email us at FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com. That's FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com. We want to make sure that we bring you nothing but the very best.
Absolutely. We would love to have you on as our special guest. So keep those things in mind. We'll give contact information again. We want you on FYI Radio Show. Again, if you have some things that you should share with our community, because what? We are here to motivate, inspire, and energize the community to rise above mere survival and find success. That's what we do with our shows, with our topics, our special guests, our time of giving, even serving that tea. We just want to make sure we continue to inform you all about everything. So in the meantime, look, it's all about some of the things that you all want to talk about. You know, I wanted to share, the past 8 years, some of the things that people are really, really into as far as topics. We have sports talk. That's our Monday during the daytime hour. We feature that show. And we've had some great guests, professional, non-professional commentators. We've had, the average Joe, the average person on, and people really, really love it. We cover the season of the NFL and also the NBA, but we also, talk about sports news and sports history and all kind of things. As a matter of fact, in February, we'll be featuring some of those sports greats on our sports talk segment, and really, really give you all some history behind these shows. We were so fortunate to meet one of the first African-American football quarterback Mr. Johnny Walton. He was on our show this morning with us.
That's
And
right.
we are so proud, and we love that he is. Mr. E, tell him about it. He's a Hall of Famer.
That's right. He's a Hall of Famer for the Philadelphia Eagles. One of the first African American black quarterback. You know, Miss Hinton, they got him confused with Randall Cunningham. Randall Cunningham is not the first African American quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles. Mr. Johnny Walton was the first African American quarterback that played with the Philadelphia Eagles. Dandy Don Meredith was the quarterback at the time that Johnny Walton was playing. Dandy Don got hurt in the football game, and on the bench there was Mr. Johnny Walton. So guess who got in the game, and guess who threw the winning pass? Mr. Johnny Walton.
Yes.
Mr. Johnny Walton is from the Elizabeth City, North Carolina. He went to Elizabeth City College down there in Elizabeth City, and then he left and he went and played pro football after getting out of college. Yes. So hey, was the first African American Philadelphia quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles, and then he turned around and made the Hall of Fame. That's right. They introduced him into the Hall of Fame on last year, 2023. For his great service, for being one of the pioneers of football, coming from this city.
Yes,
we had him, but we had Yolanda Goodhope that was on our show, that been a part of our lives, and in the boxing arena we had Mr. Sweet Pea Whitaker that was part of our FYI radio show, and a part of our young man mentoring program. So we had nothing but the very best to help you to rise above mere survival, to let you know we're in it to win it.
Absolutely. You know, we've brought all kind of greats on FYI, our sports talk segment, and we will continue to bring nothing but the best. We've had a great time this season, NFL season, and we've had a lot of laughs, and we brought a lot of information about the winners, the losers, and those that have gone all the way. We're getting ready to approach the Super Bowl. I hope you all have your teams, or if not, you all need to check out who's been playing hard and strong, and get a team, choose a team, or either like me, just be neutral, honey. Just report the sports talk. Mr. E is a cowboy fiend, not just a fan, honey. He's a fiend, and we've had so much fun watching different teams play. Different teams, you know, some of them won, some of them went home, some of them are still in it to win it. We have the Chiefs, Kansas City Chiefs, and the Raiders, San Francisco. I'm not Raiders, but 49ers, and they are going all the way February the 11th. We're going to be covering that at our FYI Super Bowl party. We'll tell you a little bit more about that as we approach it. But Mr. E, Sports Talk has been a joy. But Mr. E, I want you to tell them a little bit about our men's issue. What's under the hat, issues concerning men, our Wednesday. You know, people want to talk about that a lot.
That's right. That's right. I want to let you know about issues concerning men. That's what FYI on Wednesdays. What's under the hat? What makes a man tick? You know, everybody wants to know how a man operates. So we bring you some things that would help you to understand your man, understand men, period. Why men shut down, and what's going on with, not in a romantic aspect, but in a way that you know that if you mess with their money, if you mess with their honey, if you mess with their children, and if you catch them in the wrong, that men are the type of people that they're hunters, they're animals, you know, and so when you mess with a man, you mess with his intellect. Men don't like to be argumentative. Some men don't, and men don't like to be made small. They are humans just like anybody else. Men does have emotionals. We found that out. But if you stay tuned to our segment this Wednesday, you'll find that some men and all men have mental illness. So
did you say all men had mental illness, Miss
all
E?
men got
Where
a
did you get
track.
that from?
They got a trace of mental illness in them
All
somewhere, because all people got some mental illness in them somewhere. Because that'll cause them to be emotional, that'll cause them to go far and beyond when they're trying to describe themselves or discuss things. They'll shut down on you, and so and don't know the reason why. They just shut down and go to themselves and quiet down. And some men even cry. That's right. And it's
yeah.
okay. And it's okay for your man to cry. It's okay.
Yes. Now we've gotten a lot of rave reviews about our men's segment. First of all, I want to shout out some folk. Mark Howard, how are you? He said, "Behold the green and gold in it, NSU and Morgan State tonight." He said, "This is an awesome platform." Miss Wanda Tillett, she said she's on. Mr. James Overton, I believe he's here as well. Look, Mr. E just made a statement that all y'all got a little something going on up there.
That's right.
And but he also mentioned emotions, and that was one of the things, Mr. E, one of the topics that we discussed that men really got into, people really got into the emotional aspect. Also, men and child support, men and child custody, men and divorce, relationships, and
That's
things
right.
like that. These were some of the hot topics that we went over on FYI. And these are some of the things that will continue. But we want to know, what things would you all like to, suggest, what you all want to hear from us. And I'm just going over the things throughout the 8 years that people have really, really gotten into. Let me see, what else, Mr. E? Men, some of our men's topic on relationships,
That's right.
and
Men and relationships.
Relationships with their daughters.
That's right.
Remember, we did daughter
Fathers,
father relationship.
yeah. Relationships. How men does in jail. We talked about how men begin
Incarceration.
I want to say good afternoon to Sandy, 1951. Thank you so much for joining us. And I am Lady Ash 07. Thank you so much for joining us on our Instagram and our Instagram broadcast. That shows you that we're all over the world. We talked about men incarceration. That was one of the greatest shows you ever want to see, Miss Hinton, because we found out that once a man enter into the prison system, his life on the outside stops.
Mm-hmm.
And now he has to begin a new life incarceration, in jail. And then when he come out of incarceration, we found that he missed the whole lifestyle. He think that everything's supposed to be like the way it was when he went in. But no, time has passed by. And so now he has to understand he's lost so much time, and he's got to get back on track again.
Absolutely.
So we talk about men, and they said that when men go into incarceration, they become zombies. They become a different breed. These are what some of the folks who has told us. And we got some great segments coming up real soon. We got Miss Sandy that's going to be coming on, Miss Hinton. She's a part of the Second Chance, but with hard-hardened criminals, them criminals who has been in Rikers Island, them folks who have been on murder charges, just getting out and now being back into society. So she's going to be one of our special guests on issues concerning men. And you don't want to miss that segment.
Absolutely.
So we've been talking about men and relationships. We've been talking about what men look for, what a man look for in a woman.
What a man needs, what a man wants.
What a man needs and what a man wants. So we're bringing you all those different subjects matters. Now, if you want to look at our show, you can go to our YouTube station and go all the way back and see all of those shows that we just talked about for the last 8 years.
Absolutely. Go to Cristo Records 1, as a matter of fact, if you're on YouTube, CRISTO Records 1, and just click live. You'll see all the live shows from the beginning to our After Dark shows to the end where we are now. You can actually see us live right now on YouTube. But we have, brought so many topics to you all, and there are the names. Some of the topics that we're talking about now are some of the top topics that have been highly favored, and people, men especially, want to talk about. We've opened a phone line. Men have called in and just shared with us some of the things they want and need. We, during the holidays, remember, Mr. E, we talked about what men want as far as gifts. Why men at certain occasions don't get it like women. Remember
Father's Day gifts, yeah. We talk about Father's Day gifts too for men. When we talk about the gift, don't go to the dollar store into the middle aisle and get those green St. Patty's Day socks and a hammer and some tools. These are one of the questions that we need to ask some of the folks while we're here, Miss Hinton. Why do y'all go into the middle aisle and buy a man a tie? Buy a man a St. Patty's Day necktie, and no, he's not Irish, but you get him get him the hammer and a tool and a plastic hammer, plastic tool. Always want to put a man to work. Miss I Am Lady Ash says she would love to see a show that we might do, men who love to cook. Yeah, we put that up there also, and we thank you so much for that. Miss I Am Lady Ash 07. Thank you so much for that. We'll be on top of that. So that'll be one of our next segments. So you got to stay tuned, because we will find us a kitchen. We will find us a kitchen, and you're gonna see Mr. E.
Oh my Lord!
At work in the kitchen.
In the kitchen. We should go on. Look, we have to go on location. We can do that. Go on location. Even our After Dark show, Mr. E.
That's right.
Would be a really great place to feature chefs. And if you all know a chef, somebody that wants to be featured, or they want to wine and dine, FYI, honey. Look, we can go to their place, or we'll have a place set up, and they can come in.
That's
and
right.
do it. Now, the wonderful thing about it, I love that suggestion, because it really gives us that great feeling of fun and excitement. But we've gone a little deep too. One of the favorite shows was "You Are Not
the Father."
The Father. That was deep, because guess what, you guys? We had guests that they found out that they were not the father. And it wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty.
That's right.
We had some that, the relationship didn't make it. But then we had one particular guest who forgave his wife, and they went on, and they had still to this day have a lovely family and relationship. That was a very good show, Mr. E.
That's right. That's right. When we found out that we had segments such as men who was accused as being the fathers, but really found out that they was not the father, and how they felt. One of the guests that we had in Hinton told the story that he was on his way off to duty, and then something told him to turn around and come back.
Yes, he was in the military.
When he came back, he saw another fella in his house. And then the woman told him, said, for these many years, this is the real daddy of this child. And for many years, he's been taking care of that child. And for the rest, until the child turned 18.
Absolutely.
He still had to take care of that child once he found out that he was not the father.
Still, after he found out he was not the father, the court said, well, you're married to her, you are the father. But some of these topics weren't easy to discuss for some, but they still came on, and they shared with us and everything.
You know,
And we really appreciate those that have come on and opened themselves up
that's
to
right.
our
That's right.
audience and things like that.
You
And
know,
so we share, we have shared so many things with our men's topic. Again, we want you all to make suggestions for FYI, our show, and some of the things that we should feature for men. Cooking or entertainment. We've had some great folk on in the entertainment world, great guys in politics and things like that. We've had all kind of leaders come on, all kind of things concerning men and voting. But just so many topics that stood out, and we would love for you all to just suggest some more things that we need to go over.
We not only just talked about the men's. I want to let our audience know that we talked about the women's too.
Yeah.
Why do some women, they load their trunk up and hide them clothes and in the house, bring the clothes in after dark, and sneak them clothes in the house? Why do women, play both sides of the track?
Well,
Where daddy said no, mama say yes. And why does that happen? And why do they come back and do stuff like that? So yes, we talked about those segments as well.
Yeah, we're talking about our women's issues. What's in your closet, ladies?
That's right.
Issues concerning women. Women are known to have their deep, dark secrets.
That's right. That's right.
They are very private and secretive at times. But, we revealed that there are issues concerning women, women's issues when it comes to health, our wellness, our families, our relationships, what we want, what we need, what we need to do, our strengths, our weaknesses. And so our ladies segments, Mr. E, have really been fire because we have revealed a lot. But we've also had a lot of fun on our programs too with our women. And, we've talked about men, we've talked about how we view them. We talked about what we had in the closet. We talked about shopping and money and work. We've talked about all those things. And look, we really would love you ladies and you guys to suggest for our women's segment.
That's right.
What do you want to hear about? What do you want to talk about? What do you want to know about women?
That's right. And then we talked about how women can how women, they know that this is not their child, but don't want to be honest with the man. Why?
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to be honest with the brother. Why you don't want to let him know that there was somebody else, in one's life. So yeah, we get deep and personal with women. Why? And one of the segments we will do this year, Why Say No, on our After Dark show. Why say no? Why say I don't feel like it? Why say
please say why? I just got it, Mr. E.
Yeah. Why say no? Don't touch me. I'm not in the mood. Why y'all do that? Why?
That's a way of, you had mentioned men shutting down, but women will shut down too. Having conversations with women. Women know how to do it. They know how to shut down. They know how to, stay away. They can, look, clutch and stay on the other side of the bed. They know all the tricks of the trade. You just, if you have a conversation with women, they tell you the things they do in order to say no or to make you believe, hey, this ain't the time. This is something going on. Ain't that time. For all that. When you're in a relationship and the relationship is not going that well, there's so many things that we have talked about and revealed about women.
Here's one of our listeners on Instagram, Miss Lady I Am Ash07. She said, "Why do women cheat? Tell us why women cheat, Miss Lady I Am Ash07. She wants to know, do a segment on why do women cheat? Why do
That's
they cheat?
A good topic. Yes.
That's a wonderful topic. So we need to know. And maybe she can give us a suggestion of some of the reasons. She can type it in right now. Why do women cheat? So we can bring it to the forefront.
But the thing about it, the question is, why do women cheat? But some people, because women are very secretive, some people feel like, women they may cheat, but they're very discreet and they hide it very well. And so, the idea of a woman cheating doesn't come out as much as some of men.
That's
People
right.
say,
That's
well,
right.
all men cheat. That's what people coin men as. But if you look at it, you can say that not all women cheat, but that women do cheat.
That's
Now,
right. And
they have a movie that's on Netflix now. It is very, very amazing, and it's called, what is it? I can't remember the name of it, but it shows women in a different perspective. They show the men and how they do, but they also show women and
That's
how
right.
they do in relationships and how they cheat and how they are secretive and how the reasons why. Now, when it came to the women, it was really funny how they had these different excuses
That's right.
for women. Now, you find men have certain excuses and things, but it played out in this particular Netflix movie that they felt as though a woman had a reason to cheat because of some of the things that she had gone through. So it's really a funny dynamic, but that topic would be a great topic to
That's right.
share.
That's right.
We would actually need to pull in women and men to discuss it. And I believe it would be very interesting. Relationships as a whole, pulling in a panel discussion about how men view women, how women view men, how men think women, got that little secret thing about them, and how women look at men in a sense that sometimes they group all men into one little bunch, like all men are the same.
That's
And
right.
it's always good to have a conversation where you can break the ice and see that we're all, have our faults, our failures, but you cannot just say, you can't lump everybody in one group.
And that's what they do. People do this, Miss Cynthia. They put tit for tat, tat for this. Men do it, so women do it. Just like Miss I Am Lady Ash 07 said, women cheat because men cheat. That's a tit for tat. Women cheat because they are not getting the attention they deserve from their mate. Just name a few. Just to name a few.
Yeah, those are really good things. That's a great topic. We would love to have a group of women and men to come on our
we
platform.
did have that. Yeah.
Yeah, we had that, but I'm saying we would love to have them to really communicate some of the things that they go through and some issues that really have just gone, have gone to the left.
That's
as
right.
far as communicating, the things we do and how we do it. I want to say, Valerie Watson Anderson, how are you? Mr. E, if you have anybody else you want to shout them out. All those that haven't said anything in the chat, make sure you say something in the chat so we can acknowledge you and everything. We're talking today about our just information about FYI and show suggestions. We really want to find out what you all would like to talk about, what all would like to say or hear, who you would like to be on FYI show. We have a platform Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We have the Monday night at 6 p.m. We got a lot of time to just talk and share and just communicate with you all. When it comes to also the women's segment, we'll talk about health and wellness a lot. And we just talked about women's rights. Now, that was a topic because women feel that they're still fighting for the things that they need. And it is a shame that the basic needs of a woman you got to fight for. Now, why should we be fighting for good health and access to good health? That shouldn't be a fight. We should automatically be able to have the things that we need for our bodies. Also, Mr. E, the abortion issue is huge, especially with Roe versus Wade. being tampered with and pulled down. Women now are trying to, get it together and strategize and find out, wait a minute, where's all this gonna go? Some states you can't have abortions. Some states are still holding on, like Virginia. But I'm saying this has been a topic that folk want to talk about. Women want to talk about. They want their rights, and they don't want not near person, not nobody, coming and telling them what to do.
Miss Hinton, I'm in agreement that a woman should be the rule over her body. She should be able, she know what's good for her body, what makes her body healthy, what makes her body strong. She knows what's ticking, just like a man knows what's ticking on the inside of his body. A woman should know whether or not that she need to go to the doctor and have her body examined, and doesn't need to go behind lobbyists or go to the court system or file a petition to say, look, I got raped, this what happened to me, and I don't want the child. Now, once that happened, anytime that happened, and we have taken away the spirituality of things, that here's what should have happened. When a woman make a decision such as that nature, that's between her and her Lord. But see, that should never be a governor or charge or hold me back on a decision that a woman has to make in order to live the life that has been designed for her to live. So there's a great issue. And so some of these things are coming up in our polls. Some of these things are coming up at the ballots that the presidents of the United States. So when it's time to vote, get ready. Look at your ballots and make sure that issues that are up there that you agree upon. If you don't agree upon, don't vote upon it. Say no, I don't want that. And go to your lobbyists, go down to City Hall, go down to your, to where they're having their town hall meetings, and get involved and let them know how you feel about some of the things that are going on. If you don't want this, like in the city of Norfolk, they're trying to get rid of Yonkers, trying to get rid of those vaping houses, those cannabis houses. But that, hey, let's think about something better than that. Those cannabis houses, yes, they're hurting our children. Let's call them at the door. Let's get them at the door before they go into the cannabis houses.
Now, the cannabis houses are out there, and they have certain rules and regulations, Mr. E.
That's right.
And, I don't know how much people are abiding by them, but there are supposed to be strict rules and all kind of things to regulate the cannabis stores and marijuana and things like that. Just like you said, these things are issues that come up in your cities and states. You have to vote on. When it comes to women and abortion, these are some other things that you vote on. Now, our political topics are really big because it includes what men's issues are, what rights women have, and human rights across the board. So just like Mr. E said, getting into, finding out about what the issues are and being informed about, what happens in your state, being informed what happens in education, because this is another thing women are concerned about, Mr. E, and that's education. What's happening in the schools? What's happening with teachers? And one thing that is just as big as rights for a woman's body and women's health is the thing about equality. Woo! We talked about this the other day, Mr. E. That was big topic on FYI. People really engaged in that show, talking about equal rights for women. This is 2024. You telling me we still are not getting the pay and getting opportunity that we need in 2024? We've put in the work. We can do jobs, all kind of jobs now. We can do anything we want to do and put our mind to do, but we're not going to sit there and say, okay, this guy right here can make this much, but I'm going to take less. Women will continue to fight for their rights until they get equality. It's just like African American people. Don't think African American people, even though we can go anywhere to eat, we can go anywhere to live, we can go and love whoever we want, not still fighting for things that we need and want. We'll always fight for our rights. And so everybody, women will always fight for equality, for their health, for education and family, for the right to serve God and have religion or whatever. These fights still go on, Mr. E, and these are topics that people really, really, really are interested in. Let me tell you one topic, again, across the board that we looked into, and we'll also have our guest again come on. Immigration. I don't know what it is. Even in our posts, if we post something about immigration, our numbers are huge.
That's right.
Our numbers are huge. And we try to figure out why, but we've had some special guests to come on. Mr. E has brought our immigration expert on, and they have talked about immigration and what's going on. Now, Mr. E, they're talking about the border. They have what you call it, nonpartisan group of Congress people and senators and folk that are our leaders who are coming together to have a package about this, the border. And so this is a big, big, big thing. And we've covered it, and it's definitely been what folk want to talk about.
And not only that, Ms. Hinton, we'll be talking about guns battle. How now that in the gun stores, they're saying to, you can't sell an assault rifle like you used to. You got to take your time, and you got to do proof identification, proof of what these persons have not been incarcerated before you sell anybody a gun.
Yes.
So we've been talking about that. These are some of the things that we've been talking about for the longest, that we'll bring more to the table.
Absolutely.
We'll bring more to the table to help you to understand what's going on.
But we also want to have suggestions from our audience.
That's right.
It's important to hear what you want to say. It's important for you to lift your voice. This platform is here so you can lift your voice and speak out and tell us and the community the things that you are concerned about. Mr. E, we've even gone locally, right?
That's right.
And we've talked to the mayor. We've talked to senators locally, Mr. E, and we're trying to find out, what are they going to do for the people? What's important to the people? Why, the people are into this or into that. We've really had a great response from covering our local information, events, and news.
And not only that, Ms. Hinton, I have talked also with the senator here, Ms. Gray Williams, about why the police, after they had shot somebody, can't perform a CPR on them.
Wow.
What's up with that? Why we can't? These are some of the things that we talked about. Saving lives. Why can't, after the police officer and them has had a gun slinging and there's a gentleman laying on the ground, if they can resuscitate them, let's do that. Why you can't resuscitate him so that he may live, not just allow him to lay there and die, Yes. And not only that, here's what we got to do also. Listen, these guns, it's not in the stores where these guns are found, where these guns are bought. These guns are bought on the street. That's right. These guns are bought on the street where they cannot be registered at any gun place. So here's the thing that you got to understand. Let's stop these killings. Young babies, young children are being killed. Innocent people are being killed, gone too soon because of careless guns. The other day, Miss Hinton, and we need to talk about this. Why does they get into certain locations where innocent people be, like gas stations, where folks go to the store and and they break into your automobile, they break into your cars, and why? And these are some of the things that we need to talk. We need to talk to the police. We need to talk to the mayor. We need to talk to the senators. And we need to talk to our congressmen, and we need to talk to our community, to ask our community, why can't you, when you see crime, why not report crime?
Yes.
Don't be one of those people out there that see somebody breaking into your neighbor house and you know nothing.
Yeah, I tell you what, we've had problems, and I don't know, so many years now with folk going into schools with guns, and
Yeah,
even our young kids, bringing guns and things into the school, and it's just been a mess. Now, guns, in my opinion, will always be in the streets. You can get
that's
a
right.
gun wherever you want. They sell them, but you can get them on the street. You can get them over the internet. But regulations, and again, that's where we talk about voting and community getting involved, because these things will not disappear,
That's right.
but they should be regulated. I wanted to go now to another aspect of FYI, and I know people really love this about FYI radio show, and that's serving dat tea. I wish I had my tea. Mr. You got your tea cup. Serving dat tea. We serve that tea. I want to shout out our intern, Miss Clara Huff, who brings that entertainment news and information about what's going on. What do you all think about Nicki Minaj and our girl? What's her name? You all name her for me. I just had uh, and even Cardi B and social media with Tasha K, and even church drama,
Kim Burrell.
TD Jakes, Larry Reed, Juanita Bynum, Kim Burrell,
Yeah.
Kurt Franklin. It's just so much that, that the tea, we serve so much tea, is not funny. It's just so much going on. And our girl, Clara Huff, our intern, she sends us information. You all can send us some tea too. You all can send us some tea. Let us know, what do you think about what's going on in the entertainment world? What's going on in these social media streets? What's happening, in Hollywood or over here, over there? It's so much, and it's always something. There's always drama. There's always something going on. Nicki Minaj, they say, is out there just cutting up. What's the young lady's name, y'all? That she's beefing with. There's a beef over here and a beef over there. And it's just crazy how we as people can get caught up in other folks' business. Now, that's another thing. We stay in each other's business. We stay in, talking about stuff. Sometimes I wonder, Mr. E, are some of these things distractions?
Oh, because that is.
Sometimes to me, it's like so funny and foolish that we spend so much time sitting there watching somebody else's business and telling people what to do and how to live. Somebody was just talking about Taylor Swift and Beyonce. Somebody mentioned that, Beyonce can't bring the boys to the yard like Taylor Swift. I'm like, listen, you all just always got something going. There's always drama.
And Miss Hinton, the reason why they do it, because there's a lot of people, our communities are copycats. We copy after celebs. We copy behind celebs. Mm-hmm. We copy behind the fashion. We look at it and we say, listen, we want to dress like that. Yeah. It's just like, for example, Kim Burrell. All the people, everybody loves them some Kim Burrell.
No, I don't think so.
Everybody loves them some Kim Burrell.
Where you get that from?
Well, I heard it through the great that everybody likes Kim Burrell, but they don't like her attitude.
Now, everybody don't like Kim Burrell. And that's the thing that's being reported on these social media streets. They're dragging her for, because they feel like, she should be a great representative of the gospel.
Well,
But
yeah,
with Sunday's Best, a lot of them fell out when she
that's right.
disrespected the young man that was on. And from then on, she's lost, favor. And then to criticize the LGBTQ community and just that put down, some people, she's not favored by so many. She has her fans, and I don't think anybody in this world would take away her talent. You know what I'm saying? But and it's not just the church people talking about her, it's across the board in the social media world where they feel as though should have a little bit more decorum. She should be a little bit more, less, what is it, attack pit bull, you know, and she should be a little bit better. But, that's between her and her God and who wants to put up with it. A lot of this, and I mentioned this today, Mr. E, I want to know what you think. Some of this stuff y'all think is just so real. Some of this is for clicks and views and just
That's
to
right.
keep
That's
drama.
right.
So
It's
you
money
all
making.
know it's about the hustle. It's
It's the
about the
hustle.
money.
That's
If
right.
I keep a lot of controversy and stuff going on, you all gonna run. You gonna run to me and you gonna be clicking and clacking. I'm be making that money. I'm gonna be
That's right.
making
That's
that
right.
money because y'all want to see. That's what y'all want to
And
see.
that's why they eat so much of this social media up. They eat this social media up and get that false news. And when they get that false news, they go back and tell somebody. And guess what? That's how it gets spreaded. Because they talk about P. Diddy, they talk about Bishop T.D. Jakes, and they talk about what he's doing. They talk about, here's one when you had somebody said, how can you have a transvestite, a tranny lay hands, LGBTQ, lay hands on Bishop
Yeah, they're making people, calling all kind of names and
Medea?
accusing people of
I
being this,
mean,
that, and the other.
when they look at that, these are some of the topics we want to talk about. We
Yeah,
want to
we talk
talk
about a
about,
lot of things now. Just like I said, Megan Thee Stallion, that's who it is, and what you call it? What's her name? Lord, I just got her name. They are just in a beef and they are talking and people love it. They run, run, run. And then you had the Cardi B thing and all these folk with Cardi B and they just run to it. Then you got the TD Jakes thing. Nobody is immune. I don't care if you're in the church, out the church or whatever. They're gonna drag you for filth when the time comes. But this is the thing I'm finding out about social media and the news in general, Mr. E. It always has a time.
that's right.
When folk get into something, they get into it hard. I mean hard. They go hard and they pull everything down that they can pull down, trying to find out the juice. You got folk that would even lie on people in these social media streets. But guess what? When they get finished playing with the little toys, and get finished playing with the little thing, it's like move that aside. It's time for something else and fresh blood.
Once
That's what
again,
folks want to do. And so, when we serve that tea, we're not trying to be that hard, but we're gonna bring you what these folks, that tea that the folks are definitely into, without being, too offensive. Because I don't want to be offensive, but we will share some of the things that people want to talk about. So we have a young lady, like I said, Miss Clara Huff, that brings us that tea and, let us, shine the light on what's going on in these social media streets, in our events and in the world.
that's right. Once a good afternoon to Mr. DJ BON Bond. Thank you so much for tuning in to FYI After Dark.
Mr. E, I wanted to mention something, go back to our women's issues, and ask you about something that you wanted to know. And one of the questions, you was talking about a BBL, talking about them BBLs. Another thing that people wanted to talk about was women and their eyelashes, this thing with the eyelash thing, and all this stuff that women do to enhance themselves, but especially the Brazilian butt lift, wherein, some people feel like it's a bit much.
That's
What
right.
do you all think? You all in the chat, what do you all feel? Is it a bit too much? A lot of guys, and I've seen on TikTok and stuff, are saying, look, lady, y'all going a little bit too far.
They going over the top.
What
They
if
go,
you got a flat, booty?
that
If you
is,
got a flat, some people may need these things, and maybe it's just extreme where you don't have nothing to sit on.
Miss Hinton,
You know what I'm saying?
Miss Hinton, when we begin to talk about what folks are doing, we find them not only is they got the BBL, they got the big fronts up in the front, in their chests, they got it all in their faces. They, they got from eyelashes to. Here's the thing that I like for everybody to understand. Where is the real women at? Where is the real women that don't have no big booty? They don't have no stuff in the BB butts. They don't have no in their chests. They don't have it in their faces. Their eyelashes are long as all out there. I seen some lady out there, Miss Hinton, that had eyelashes about a foot long, walking around with them like they're supposed to be on. Where are
Mr.
they?
E,
You
you
know,
cannot mess with a cultural thing. This is culture. This is a cultural thing, meaning the culture.
right?
If
I
you look at,
understand.
listen
I
to me. Let me
understand.
listen. Let me finish. When you look at what you call it, the reality shows and things, these actors and actresses, they are enhancing themselves to look better, to feel better about themselves. Peer pressure. If you go on, I know Cardi B was talking about when she looked at herself, and even Nicki Minaj, and they was like, "Look, I'm too skinny. I'm too flat." And the thing about it, what motivated them was that men would, they felt like men like a more voluptuous look, and they need, and this is the thing, they wouldn't be able to enhance if there was an enhancer, somebody out there that
That's
provided
right.
that
That's making
service.
that money.
And so, because they provide that service, people can get what they want. If they want new eyes, they can get it. If they want new cheeks,
That's
they
right.
want new teeth, new hair, new butt,
The service is
and everything.
there.
But I wanted to mention something about what's going on in these social media streets. If we talk about serving that tea, we got Miss Juanita Bynum, who did not leave you men out of the sauce. She says that the men in the church coming in there with tight pants too tight, knees together, booty out. They getting BBLs, and they prancing around there, and you don't know what they are. That's another one that was really on the chopping block because of her. Saying, listen, it ain't all about just us women. You men are coming in there, and you all are looking just as crazy as some of these other folks.
And I know that she had to throw the shade off of her because she had no more sheets.
Oh,
She done been through every. See, this is the thing about folks. There's changing stuff. Men and women, they're changing stuff just like one may do this, the other one may do this. One may do this, the other one may do this. That look like, for example, look at so many men that are wearing skirts. Why is a man wearing a dress and he's a man? Well, they call themselves Trojan army, back in the days of old, that some of the Irelands wear kilts.
yes.
They call them kilts, but I think they done gone far and beyond.
Well,
But
Mr. E, like I said, but listen,
this is this new society.
this
This
is
is
our
what's
culture.
happening, and you can't stop that culture. You just got to, you just it's a part. So
You cannot stop it when people want to wear what they want to wear, what they want to do, who they want to love,
that's
how
right.
they want to act. It is hard to regulate, that thing, just like in church. Let's take church, for instance. It was a time when women, would wear certain things. Women would not come to church, with the short dress and the bosoms. And then you had churches that taught against colors. You can't wear these things don't apply to
That's right.
this culture who has brought in a big change in even in the church world. The
That's
church world, you got now, you have LGBT pastors, you have people that come, same-sex marriage, they come to church. You have young people that's in that community. You just cannot regulate people. People are now going to do the things that they feel they always have. But I'm saying because of the culture is different now, You cannot necessarily change them. Just like with Juanita Bynum, she can talk all she want about the tight pants. That's a trend. The tight suits and you can't what you can't change that. You can't tell folk that they can't wear what they want to wear. And so all that talk, is one thing, but you can't change. Just like women, they're gonna come with their bosoms out. They want to look good. They're gonna come with their toes and feet out and their beautiful polish on their nails. They're gonna come with their short dresses. They're gonna come to church however they want to come. At one time, it wasn't like that, but our culture now is saying, "Come, this is who we are." But look. Even if you're not coming with the short dress and the bosoms out and the tight pants, church has changed anyway. And we talked about that too. Where's the church now? That was one of our topics. Talking about the changes in the church. People are not going to church like they used to. They still going to church, but you got folk that's online going to church. You got some people not wearing suits or hats. Some people are just laid back. They doing their jeans, their sneakers. It ain't like it used to be. Even the way people are worshiping and stuff like that. Some people say, don't take all that, Mr. E. Things are changing. The culture changes. And that's the way it is.
That's right. And the only thing you got to do is do you. And once you do you,
you're gonna do that. This is the thing. Do you, but the thing about it, regulating everybody else is hard to do. Unless you want a nice little cult going on, if you come to my church, you can't come to my church. If you wear red shoes, you can't be a part of this church. Well, you got some people that can go for that.
Well, that's
but I'm saying, but people in general, I can't tell folk. You can't tell grown people what to do. You can hardly tell some of these children what to do.
They're grown folk, and you try to tell a grown person they're fully grown. That's why I don't understand how can the government regulate grown women's body? How can politics tell a grown person what to do? If you can't tell them in the church house, the courthouse, the doorhouse, then you can't tell them, you can't regulate what a woman wants to do with her body. You can't tell grown folk what to do. They're grown. They are grown people, and they're going to do whatever they want to do, regardless if you like it or not.
I want to just say again, thank you all so much for joining us. We want to know what you all are interested in talking about. We went through some of the things that people loved throughout the 8 years. It's so many more topics, but those are a few things. But we're sitting back saying, listen, we want to hear from our audience. We want to hear what their ears want to hear. We want to know what topics you all are interested in. And so this is your time. You can email us. Mr. E's going to give that information. You can inbox us on any of these platforms and let us know, look, I want to talk about this. You may not feel comfortable talking to us on our live radio show, but maybe after dark is a topic that you want to talk about. There are so many things that's going on, fun things, serious things. It don't have to always be serious. It could be just something fun, light and airy. And but we want to know your suggestions. We want to know how you feel, how you think. We want to know your perspective, because your perspective may give us just a change of how we think. We may be just narrow-minded and think in one way. And you may come up with something and it just triggers, oh my goodness, I never thought about that. This could be something wonderful for our audience.
That's right. That's right. So if you'd like to be a special guest or sponsor of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, all you have to do is give us a call at 757-714-7861, or you can inbox us at FYI Radio Show Live at gmail.com, or inbox the Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton Facebook page, or FYI Radio Show page. If you'd like to be a special guest, special sponsor, or be in our audience, just give us a call. Or you want to be a sponsor, or you want to be an intern, just call us at 757-714-7861. That's the number, or email us at FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com. And don't
I
forget to
am
join us.
Lady on Instagram. We would love for you to join us. Just inbox us. We would love to put together a panel discussion about relationship or anything else that you all are interested in. Maybe some of the things that we mentioned, or some of the things that you all suggestion. We can put it together and just have a wonderful time on our Mondays at the Dark Show. And if you all have a something or someone that you feel should be on our live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday shows, please give us that lead. Please let us know. They can contact us at FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com, send their bio and information, and we'll consider them for a show on our platform. Also, don't forget, if you have a small business, if you have an organization, if you have a special event, and you want to advertise on our platform, be a sponsor on our platform, you can do it. Mr. E is going to give you all the contact information right now, and we will appreciate you continuing to share our information, to tell folk about us, and to keep coming on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and Monday evenings on FYI.
If you want your business advertised on our radio show, all you have to do is give us a call or inbox us at FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com. Again, that's FYIRadioshow@gmail.com, or inbox us at whatever's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda the Lady Hinton Facebook page, or FYI Facebook page. That's FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com.
We look forward to hearing from you. You all are a blessing to us. Thank you so much for your support. We're going to see you on Wednesday for What's Under the Hat, issues concerning you men.
All righty, 2 up, 2 down. Have a great day now.
You all have a wonderful evening.
Bye now.
Bye now.